family? Welcome to another episode of Speaking with Duns. This topic is going to be a little bit more interesting. It's about how, you know, you deal with people and how to not be affected by how people perceive you or judge you or anything like that. So, like when I was younger, I was a little bit more try to be a tough guy or something like that. So, and it was just part of the culture where, example, if someone says anything about your mama or has a your mama joke, you're like, what you say about my mom? Like, up to the point where you see kids used to fight, like even some adults, based on what someone has said about them or, something like that. So it took a lot of internal referencing and internal guiding to figure out, okay, so why would I be mad that someone has an opinion about me, whether the opinion coincides with what I think or not? Like, why does it really matter what someone is saying about me or thinking about me or. And before it was that I didn't realize that it's actually very powerful when someone says one thing about you, even though it's not necessarily true, but you get mad. So there's a process that happened where the person has an idea that they said, and somehow down the line they push that message to you, and you, even though you don't agree with it, you have accepted that thought as a reality, and because you have accepted it and you don't like what you accepted, then that causes you to have frustrations. When all you have to do is when somebody says anything about you, you can easily say, well, you have the right to that opinion, whether I agree with it or not. Like, you are your own God. Like, you have every right to think how you want to think and act how you want to act. But it doesn't have anything to do with me, Like, you can say whatever you want about me, and that's okay. You have that right. And it took a lot of shifting my brain to kind of understand that, where it's like, what do you mean somebody can curse you out and you just laugh at it? Like, yeah. Like, before, you say anything, I'm like, what you say? Like, it's about respect. But I'm like, now you can say what you want. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. Like, you have that right. You're having your own experience. Whether or not that energy is something that I want to play with, that's open to my interpretation and choice. But if I don't want to, I don't have to entertain it. And it's not my job to make someone else think differently about me. Especially when an opinion is just an imagination. Like, you think about it, anytime you have an opinion about something, that's your thought process, that's your imagination, that's how your brain functions, and that's how you decided to create all that and then to let it out into the world. So you have that right. Just anyone has that right to say whatever they want. It doesn't define me at all. Of course, there's limits to it where it's like, if it's being used to bully someone or something like that, then then you have to stand up for yourself, because that's part of the game that you deal with. But as far as taking it personally, you don't necessarily have to take it personally, because it's only true if you accept it for yourself as well. Like, it takes both the person who's trying to bully and the person being bullied to kind of accept what is going on. You can easily ignore it, or you can easily laugh it off. Like, that's what I used to do when I was younger. You know, I'm dark skinned, so it wasn't easy. Like, being in school, kids come to you, oh, you black as this, you black as that, and I used to laugh. You know? I'm like, this is hilarious. If it's a funny joke, it's a hilarious joke, you know. But it takes a lot to get to that point. And even now, even as an adult, you know, sometimes you come across things and you're just like I don't agree with you at all, and it's taking a lot for me to just woosah, you know. But I don't know. I see things differently, where it's more like, you know, it's no longer from my perspective out. I try to see it from everybody's perspective. Okay, so you feel like this about me. Why? Why do you feel about that? And I'm not here to change that. I just want to understand why you think like that. And you have that choice to think like that, you know. But so hopefully this was a good talk. I'll try to get back more into it. I feel like I've been jumping all over the place. But, you know, you don't have to necessarily let people get to you. If someone got to you, then you have to understand that you gave them that right. You gave them that power to do so. And you can always pull it back. You can always refrain from making it worse. You know, like some people's minds you're not going to change. Some people you will change. And that's okay, because vice versa. Some people will change your mind and other people won't. So, you know, it's just how do we find a way for everyone to work together to make this work? Because everyone has somewhat of free will, but yet we all want freedom, which will impose on somebody else's free will to some degree. So it's like a give and take that, you know, we're not going to figure out anytime soon. Human beings have a long way to go before we figure all that out. But in the meantime, you could keep your power with you at all times and know that you are the creator of your life and your destiny, pretty much. So all power be to you, and